What is up, guys and girls? It's Brandon back on Brandoncoin, and I was thinking about doing a April Fool's video today, but you know what? I just got online and it seems like everybody's doing it, so okay, I'm not gonna overplay it, but I did actually want to open up and go in depth and just take a real good look at the Octominer motherboard. I just looking online, some people have done builds with it and touched on it, but I haven't really got like a nitty-gritty up close look at it. I'm still waiting on my server power supply to come in. My RAM did come in for it, but I'll explain all that here in a second. So let's flip this camera around. Alright, this is not going to be like a true unboxing. I've already opened it up, and also on the outside it's got all my address and that kind of stuff. Don't need to show you that. Don't want to get a bunch of crazy people coming over. Doubt they would, but you know how it is with the internet nowadays. But when you open it up, you're greeted by this little page right here, and this is the Octominer B8 Plus 8 full-size PCIe slot motherboard with integrated Intel mobile CPU, riser-free, reliable, and cost-efficient mining motherboard. Thank you for your purchase and support. Octominer.com, info@octominer.com for email. On the back, it's got a quick start guide. It says remove the blue protective film from the CPU cooler, insert your DDR4 SODIMM RAM into the RAM slot, insert your SSD into the mSATA SSD slot. No need if you're using a USB. I'm going to be using a USB on this with Simple Miner, so I do not need that step. When using a SATA hard drive or SSD, you can power the drive from the 4-pin connector next to the SATA port, so it is still possible to use one. Connect at least 2 of the 5 6-pin power connectors on the motherboard to power it. When using an ATX power supply, then the 24-pin ATX connector should have a jumper pin attached to power on. The motherboard is set up to boot on power, so you just need to power on the power supply to start it. Initially, the motherboard is set up to use the integrated graphics VGA as the main video device. This can be changed to the PCIe GPU in the BIOS under graphics configuration, primary display, and then set it to PCI. Also, under the Northbridge configuration, the primary display boot device must also be set to auto. When booting the motherboard, press delete key to enter BIOS. The pinout for the case LEDs and power/reset button can be found on the board. Verify that the motherboard has the Cmos battery installed. In some cases, the battery may have been removed due to shipping restrictions. And then there's more detailed instructions at octominer.com/setup. But we'll set that here to the side. And I have already pulled it out of the anti-static case. Watch out, little kitty. It's still got the blue film on, but if you look right here, it's got like a Octominer little guy etched into there. And this is just a little tiny fan. I can look it back up, but from what I understand, this is like a Celeron CPU for like a laptop. Basically, it's not a full-fledged desktop CPU, which it doesn't matter because we're not going to be CPU mining on this. This has got that blue film on it still. Let me see if I can get it off. I struggle too bad. Okay, well, I can't get it off right now with one hand. But the power for the fan is already plugged in. It's got another fan header right there, so it can run another fan. And then this one is your one SATA plug. I don't know what that is. This is your header, your front panel. It's already got the jumper on there to power on immediately. That's the jumper. If you wanted to put a power switch, you could remove that jumper and put it on those 2 pins where the blue is. Here is the DDR4 SODIMM slot, which is laptop RAM. This is the RAM that I ended up buying. Just crucial. DDR4 2400 SODIMM. Nothing special, just 4 gigs. That's all it needs. Actually, I don't even know if it needs 4 gigs. It could probably get away with less. But as for display or ports, it's got a VGA, and then it's got 2 USB slots and an RJ45 for Ethernet. It comes with this. What is this? Let's see here. Oh, okay. That's what that is. So this plugs into there, and then that supplies power to your SATA drive, whether it's a hard drive or a SSD if you're using that. So that makes sense. If you are using an M.2 for your memory, or not your memory, but your solid state drive. Here is an M.2 slot, and then of course there's all your big full size. I can't even talk today, guys. Your full size PCI 8 slots, and then back here are your power plugs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I count that right? No, they're just 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And from what I read in the description, you only have to have 2 of them plugged in to power on the motherboard. But if you're going to be running cards that pull only power from the motherboard, it's advised to have all of these plugged in, because all your power is going to be coming through the motherboard, not through the pins on the top. Because I'm running a 1050s on this system, and they pull everything through the actual PCI slots. So got the Cmos battery in there. It was installed when I got it. Some people have said that the Cmos battery has been removed. I guess depending on certain countries or certain shipping areas, they could be removed. But I'll flip this over and let y'all guys look at the back side, or the bottom of it. It actually came shipped really nicely. Lots of foam, all kinds of stuff like that. And then here's the back. There's the pinout for the cooler design. I know a couple people online had asked about, can they swap out the cooler? And I guess you could, because there's screws there, so you could pop it all off and do something with that. I wonder what this is right here. Let's flip that back over. Huh, it's got some kind of hookup right there, but it doesn't say what that is. But yeah, so pretty simple, and it's meant to be like uber, like low maintenance, easy setup. It does have another USB header right here. I don't know why you would need a third or fourth USB on here, because it's already got 2, but it does have it, and I believe it's pretty much everything. I've heard a lot of complaints about people said, these don't have a lot of features, but they're not designed to have a lot of features. They're designed to pull the least amount of power, have nothing extra, and just do straight mining. Some people were asking about swapping the CPU, and I'm not going to pull the cooler off of mine because I don't want to, and I just want to leave it alone. But I don't think the CPU is swappable. I think it's a laptop CPU where it's actually soldered to the board. It may not be, but regardless, I don't think it's advised to actually do any mining with the CPU on this motherboard. It's just not designed for it. But yeah, so I think I may try, I got an extra power supply, and I may try powering this bad boy up and see if I can throw my 1050s that are currently down in this and get it up and going. So look out for that video coming here soon, and yeah, I really do appreciate it, guys. Y'all have been awesome, and as always, leave a comment, like, subscribe if you want to, and we'll just keep that ball rolling. So thank you for watching. Adios.